Although Jurgen Klopp will take no satisfaction in seeing former favourite Sadio Mane suffer so desperately at Bayern Munich, his former forward's latest antics have provided the Liverpool boss with another important victory. Back in the summer of 2017, when the Reds had just secured Champions League qualification, the Anfield boss was faced with aggressive questioning about the prospect of losing star man Philippe Coutinho to Barcelona. Klopp knew he was virtually powerless, but he made his position clear on anyone who was willing to consider leaving Liverpool for another European giant. "Stay here and they will end up building a statue in your honor," Klopp said. "Go somewhere else, to Barcelona, to Bayern Munich, to Real Madrid, and you will be just another player. Here you can be something more." He was undoubtedly right. You only have to ask Coutinho himself, who has since endured an unhappy return to the Premier League with Aston Villa since being cast aside by Barcelona. Coutinho shone on loan in the Midlands, but now he is merely more than a part player under Unai Emery, typifying his fall from grace. Now Mane is a spare part at Bayern, and although he did start the season well prior to his leg injury that ruled him out of the World Cup, he has struggled to return to form since proving his fitness. The Senegal international was on the bench in midweek as Bayern were battered by Manchester City in the Champions League quarter-final, but his night would get even worse after the match. It's alleged Mane punched Leroy Sane in the dressing room following an altercation, and now the German press say he is set for serious punishment. Bayern Munich have now confirmed that he will be banished from the Bayern first-team picture for the Bundesliga clash with Hoffenheim, throwing his future at the club into doubt. Once again, it's another victory for Liverpool and Klopp, as it points towards the facts the grass isn't always greener once you leave Anfield. More often than not, any decision to leave the club will come back to haunt you, and that bodes well for the future when Liverpool will attempt to keep their best players. Although it's unlikely Liverpool would ever consider bringing Mane back to the club, he now needs to rectify his current issue at Bayern Munich, which is likely to disrupt the rest of his season. Mane never behaved in such a way at Liverpool despite a mini-tiff at Burnley in 2019 when he was subbed off ahead of Mohamed Salah. The issue was quickly resolved despite attempts within the media to dramatise the saga. If Salah feels like a change of scenery after such an underwhelming season, the cases of Coutinho and Mane will serve as a firm warning. The same can be said of Gini Wijnaldum, who has endured a nightmare experience since leaving Anfield in the summer of 2021. His stint with Paris Saint-Germain was short-lived, and he was then sent on loan to Roma, where he sustained a serious fracture to his leg. All three of these players were part of the heartbeat of Klopp's best Liverpool sides, and now their careers are threatening to spiral out of control. The German certainly knows best.